We'll be back soon with the full forecast. Time to talk BC politics right now. And Elections BC tomorrow will begin counting over 660,000 absentee ballots, of course, from our provincial election on October 24th. For more on this, we're joined by News 1130's Liza Yuzda. Liza, good morning and welcome. So tell us, first of all, why we're waiting till tomorrow to count these absentee ballots. And despite the number, Elections BC, says they're right on schedule.
Yeah, it's just the way it's done. They wait 13 days after Election Day to start what is called final count. Most years, it doesn't matter as much as it could this year. But, in 2017, they had 200,000 absentee ballots. Just a fraction of those, 6,500, were mail-in ballots. This time, as you said, we have 660,000. About 500,000, nearly 500,000 of those are mail-in ballots. It's pretty remarkable. When I heard yesterday them say that the Elections BC say that they thought that they were going to get it done in 3 days, because that's what they did last time with 200,000. So they're doing triple it. But what they're saying is that they've upped their teams, and so they have people counting. So it could take longer than getting it by the end of the day Sunday, but they're really optimistic that they could get it that fast.
All right.
And it's really interesting because I'm just going to add on that there are some races. There are 4 races in particular that there are less than 200 votes between the leading candidates. There are 16 races in total that the results could change. Most of those benefiting the NDP. And just to remind people, when election night ended, we had 55 seats for the NDP, 29 for the BC Liberals, and 3 for the Greens. So the prevailing thought is that the NDP will still hold a majority government. It's just waiting to see where it will all fall, where it will shake out.
Okay, could you give us an example, a couple of them, of some of these ridings that could potentially flip?
There are. One of the interesting ones we know is Chilliwack-Kent. That's where Laurie Thrones, the BC Liberal candidate, former BC Liberal candidate, who stepped down or resigned just about a week before the election over comments he made about I think that one was about abortion. I seem to remember some controversial statement, and he resigned. So he is in the lead and expected to take that seat, but it's neck and neck. There's Abbotsford Mission. That was Simon Gibson, is the Liberal MLA there. He's expected that he may hold that. It just depends how well the NDP have got out their vote. The other 2 are Richmond South Centre, and that was the seat held by Linda Reid. And finally, Vernon Monashee, the Liberal there, the incumbent Liberal is Eric Foster. And so we'll see. Those are the really tight ones. And then there's a number of others, Vancouver Langara and Vancouver Falls Creek, 2 that are just up the street from the studio.
Very interesting. Okay, let's switch gears and talk COVID-19 right now. There's some concern about the delay in contact tracing, and we're going to hone in on the Capella Dance Academy in Chilliwack, an outbreak there of over 35 people of COVID-19, and the head of the studio blaming Fraser Health for the lag in contact tracing.
Right, and the doctors at Fraser Health were asked about this yesterday. The dance studio owner saying that she was diagnosed, I think, on the 29th, and other people didn't hear about it for days. What Fraser Health is saying is that they found out about this case on the 29th. They contacted the initial case, and that's their MO, is they contact the initial case. Then they go to the people who are most at risk, and they said that they were within a day to those people, and that is timely and with a couple days to everyone. So I don't know if part of the difference is the dance studios. I know I was part of many of them. They have hundreds of students. And so I don't know if part of the issue is that some of those students didn't hear, but those students would have been ones that weren't necessarily considered high-risk contacts. So I think contact tracing is something that's causing people a lot of frustration. And, in Fraser Health, it's a challenge right now. They have 75% of the cases in the province, and they're not 75% of the population, so they're really having to ramp up, and those contact tracers are going as fast as they can to get to people as quickly as they can.
Okay, great information there, and something we all want to know: what kind of dance did Liza Yuzda specialize in?
You didn't know that? My first career was a ballet dancer. I danced professionally.
Okay.
And I love tap.
Fun fact.
There you go.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thanks as always, Liza.
Take care.
Okay, that's News 1130's Liza Yuzda. Coming up,